We at Catnapper want to take this opportunity to wish you a happy holiday season. I know the Christmas and Hanukkah season has been good to all of you, and we are now coming to the close in 1992. 1993 at Catnapper is going to be a banner year. And we've taken some time to analyze what has happened over 92. And we have made strides and accomplishments. The most important thing was that we listened to you fellas, and at the focus group, you asked for more videos for training. You asked for more promotions. You asked us to design things that have functions but not a lot of gimmickry. And I think after the October market, we delivered a lot of the things that you asked for. Come 1993, we're going to deliver even more. We're going to ask for it to be both ways. We're going to give, we're going to ask you to deliver. We're going to deliver, you're going to ask us to give. And as long as we work together as a team, we can make it happen. Where we are right now is in the Atlanta showroom. And because of the fact that you asked for a training film, Chuck, Don, Jimmy, and myself have taken the opportunity to set the showroom up, and we are going to go through and talk to you just as we did at the October market. This will give you an opportunity throughout the year to pick up on the buzzwords, to pick up on the product, little intricacies, and then you can translate this onto your dealer. You know about selectables, you'll be able to see it. Pick up the little things like the magazine pouch, etc. You know about Color Express. We've also brought in some new mechanisms. These are the things that we are going to show you on this tape that you will be able to review time and time again. In the meantime, I just want to say, I want to thank you for a great 1992. We know we're on the right track. You know you're on the right track. You've got two strong factories. You've got a recliner factory that is second to none with product and delivery, and also the Color Express. You've got a motion factory that is giving you the product. And we have, at this point, testimony from dealers on the field that Color Express is just doing great, and the motion upholstery is doing phenomenal off the retail floor. As we go through the showroom, we will be commenting and giving you examples from dealers who are turning the goods. Right now, I want to take this opportunity again to wish you and your family, from all of us here, a great 1993. Thank you. Fellas, the last category doesn't have much introduction needed, and that is Color Express. We introduced Color Express about a year ago, and we made some promises and commitments, and that was that we would institute the program, we would make the concept work, and we would keep it intact for a year without doing any changes. We have lived up to that promise. And the nice thing about the program is that the dealers are beginning to realize how important it is for a warehouse program, and how important it is for quick delivery, and how important it is for point of placement material for special orders. We have heard over the past 30 to 45 days that dealers who were skeptical are saying, your program works. In addition to that, and pay close attention to this, competition is going crazy trying to figure out how to meet our Color Express program. Now what's happening? We are first on the block. We are first with Color Express. Competition is trying to catch up to us. They're going to go out there and they're going to say anything and everything to keep a dealer from putting in the Catnapper Color Express. And you make a mistake if you let them get away with it. Now this Color Express program is the strongest thing with 56 SKUs, and we're warehousing 3 to 4 to 5 to 6,000 chairs at a given time. You show me another manufacturer in this industry today who can say that they have 4 to 5 to 6,000 chairs for immediate delivery, who have a point of placement spinner rack like this, who give a catalog and code the product and then have a telemarketing representative. If you sit back and think that Color Express is placed and you have nothing more to do, you're going to lose. Because Jim and I and Don and Chuck are hearing more and more about dealers saying, boy, so-and-so is talking about doing a Color Express kind of version of it. And then we hear mass merchants say, you know, there's no one who can touch your warehouse program, your Color Express program. Now, there are going to be people out there looking to do it, and I'm telling you that they're going to be looking to do it. And if you let them on your floors, you miss. The thing we have to do is stay in front. Now, we are going to slowly, by April, decide where we're going to be with the revamped Color Express, which is due in April. In addition to that, you know that the dealers have been mailed to them ads on Color Express. There are 4 to 5 to 6 different ads. We will constantly be giving them ads. You, the salesman, need to get the dealers to run the Color Express. The most impressive ad is that train shot of the chairs. And if you talk to your dealers and show him what he can do and the price points of Color Express, from $199 up to $399 to $449, and immediate delivery. If he oversells, he can get the oversells in a matter of days or a week. Don't pass it up. Now, do I have to show you the chairs? No. You know what they are, but the most important thing I'm telling you is don't let your competition on the floor, because Color Express is good, and if you don't sell it, somebody is going to sell it and you're going to miss. And Catnapper is first, and we're going to stay first. And that's the way it is. What's next? Plan 4, motion upholstery. When we left the October market, we had one of the strongest introductions in motion upholstery, I think, in many, many years. We came out with the 136, the 137, the 138, the 139, the 704, et cetera, et cetera. Dealers were just absolutely awed at what we did. You salespeople were awed at what we did. Now, many times you lose sight after you leave a market as to what's happening. Where is Catnapper going? Think about this a minute. You've got a recliner factory and you've got a motion factory. That's 2 separate lines. Sometimes salespeople get a little sidetracked. They think, well, I need to pick up a little lamp line, I need to pick up a little picture line to supplement my income. But you're making a mistake, because you have 2 of the strongest lines in the industry. And right now, with Color Express going as strong as it is, and the other categories selling, and the motion upholstery factory clicking along the way it is, with the selectables and the pull-out seat storage, gentlemen, you have a line that is second to none. And right now, we're going to go through and we're going to show you the best-selling items from the April market that have come on so strong that dealers are calling us saying, my God, I can't believe I sold 24 this weekend. Chuck was out just the other day, and he came back with stories that are absolutely awesome at the retailability of the motion upholstery. And you've heard Don and myself and Jim and Chuck say that if you're not placing it, you're missing the ball game, and you're taking money out of your pocket, and you're not doing your dealer justice. If you think that you can sell recliners and pass up on motion, you're making a mistake. Or if you think you can sell motion and not recliners, you're making a mistake, because right now, both lines are equally as strong. And as we go through, we're going to point out some of the buzzwords that will help you sell the motion upholstery. And the one thing I can tell you is that when it's on the floor, it retails. And by the way, the color packs are absolutely doing a strong job on the dealer's floor. We listen to you, we've got them out, and dealers are now saying, wow, Chuck just went up to a dealer the other day. That morning, because of the color pack, they sold 2 130 groups. That's where it's at, fellas. We're going to give you the tools, you give us the orders. It's easy. Now let's go on and see what this product is all about, because this is what makes money for all of us. Fellows, before I turn the meeting over to Don, I just want to talk about the 130 group. If you remember, we brought this out in April, and it did okay. And then we took it back to the factory and made some changes. And we promised you that we would not bring a group to the market unless it was perfect. Well, since then, the 130 has become our #1 selling group. I mean, dealers are calling in, ordering truckloads. We've got Bacons on it, we've got Lions, Roots, Sofa Express, Sofa Connection, Havertys. I mean, the list goes on and on. Muds, Cullivers. The nice part about it is that everyone who puts it on the floor, it just checks off. Now, what makes that happen is a couple of things. A, the comfort on this group is second to none. But when you pitch the group, the concept we have is we do a motion sofa, we do a motion love seat, we do a stationary love seat. And then you can sell the sofa with motion, both ends. Now, here's the key, and you all know this, but when you're reclining and your mate is sitting in the other recliner, this seat becomes useless, so to speak. Who is going to sit between you while you're watching TV? So what we elected to do was functions that make sense, not gimmicks with lights coming over the top or things of that nature, functional gimmicks. And that is a pull-down table with storage that you can put your TV control or playing cards or things of that nature. In addition to that, we did a nice finish back here, a magazine pouch, which many of your competition does not do. In addition to that, if you had the opportunity to look back here, you'll see that the mechanism is covered, plus there are no pinch points, so that no one is going to lose a finger. This is important. If you look at competition on the floor, this is exposed, this is unfinished, and a key here, we have stops so that if you go to get up and you have a cocktail in the holder, it's not going to go dumped all over the floor. Many of your tables come out and they set on the cushion. When you press, they go down into the cushion. This has stops. It cannot go any further than this. Now, when you pitch the group, the most important thing to realize is that you are giving the dealer a sofa with motion both ends and a love seat. You can do the sofa with motion both ends, stationary love seat, and the matching rocker recliner that a dealer can sell for $14.99 with a free recliner, $15.99 depending on the mark. But the nice thing about it is when he advertises, he's advertising a full recline sofa with a free recliner, and then he gives as a bonus a drop-down table, which makes a lot of sense. Now, what do we do in addition to this? We introduced a sectional, which we'll set up and show you that in a moment, and then I'm going to turn it over to Don. But the nice thing about it is we put the selectable table in not only the sofa, we put it in the sectionals. We have now offered the selectable table in every sofa in the line since the April market. Now, what does that do? It tells you that Catnapper is dedicated to functions with practicality, not functions for strictly gimmicks. Plus, we've done excellent seating with the 1.8 foam. We have also taken a full recline and done it with a mechanism which we call pivot over the arms, so that when you recline, the back breaks away. Don's going to get into the technical part of this, but I just want you to know that the 130 group, this group right here, should be on every dealer's floor in your territory. And the best-selling fabric is 1726-43, as you see it, Monterey blue. Now, many people think, well, I can't sell it here, I can't sell it there. Gentlemen, don't miss a bet on this. And when you see the sectional, which we'll get into with the 2 drop-down tables and the sleeper option, this is a complete group. Number 1 in the line, if you don't have it placed, you're not number 1 on the line. And I'm telling you, this is where it's at. Fellas, as I told you at the October market, leather is a very saleable item. We showed it to you on the chairs. However, we're really not doing the job on the leather sofa, love seat recliner, and sectional as we should. This is the 431 group. Now, the way this is priced, a dealer can sell this at $10.99 with 2 reclining ends, and again, the selectable drop-down table with storage. You have the stationary or motion love seat and the matching recliner, plus you have the sectional coming off this group with the 2 selectable drop-down tables, or the option of the twin sleeper on one side with a selectable on the left-facing side. Gentlemen, you have the opportunity in leather, 9 different colors, all of the options as far as full recline sofa, selectable, stationary love, matching recliner. Place your leather, get your turns. Fellas, one of the most come-along groups, one of the strongest groups that are coming on since July market is the 136. Now what we did here, we did a traditional look with the 4-way matched plaid in the chenille. This is Perth, pattern 2113. Now the strongest color is the Wedgwood blue. However, we make available in the color pack the other colors, which are your green and your beige. However, as shown, this group has proved to be one of the strongest groups in the field today. I'll find it in a minute. There it is, the green. But most important is that many of your competition will not do the line match the way we have. They're not going to take the time to do a 4-way match. And also with the lined skirts, a lot of people don't line the skirts and match it. We have taken the time to do all of this. The important thing again is that we carried selectables into the full reclining sofa, utilizing that same selectable drop-down table. Again, we make the love seat available as a motion or stationary. The other thing we did on this group, we made a matching chair, not a matching recliner, a matching chair. I'm going to turn it around. We have it on a swivel. Again, we offer the options of the glider, the rocker, etc. But this is a matching chair right off the sofa with the same arm. And again, we're doing it in the chenille matching solid color. The 136 group, as shown with motion and the selectable table, the stationary love, and the matching chair that happens to recline, is excellent value. Again, you can do the 3 pieces with the free recliner. All right. Fellas, the next group is the 138 group. Now, this was a takeoff or the result of the success we had at the 136 when we brought out in July. Many of the dealers were so impressed with the 136, they said you need a wood trim group. So we went back to the drawing boards and came up with the 138, which is basically the same frame as the 136. We eliminated the skirt, we changed the wing, and we put on the solid oak wood trim. Notice the finish, which matches many of the tables that are available in the industry today. In addition to that, we kept our concept, which is the selectables in every group, and we make this available with the 2 motion ends and the selectable table. Again, notice the match stripe on here, which is the Pioneer fabric from Quaker. It's got tremendous success. This was one of the best-selling groups at the October High Point market. Gentlemen, keep in mind you've got the motion sofa, the stationary love or motion love, and again, the swivel recliner as we showed to you on the 136. This, along with your 136, is not an either or. Both groups should be on the dealer's floor. So if you're going to place one, place the other. You've got the match plaid, you've got the match stripe plus. Again, you have your color pack with other fabric availability. All I can tell you is the group sells. You've done a good job on it so far. Continue the placements.
Guys, to show you the versatility of this group, just in a short period of time there, we put 2 recliners and a storage table together. It goes to show you how many applications or how many different groupings you can make out of the modular pieces available on the 704 and the 703. One thing to keep in mind, our competition uses a 45-degree table, but it's more of a pie table. We give you a nice base across the front here, which allows two people to sit side by side with a table and fully recline. Our competitions will not do that, or the ottomans will hit each other. This is a tool you need to use, and a feature benefit story you need to tell your retailer.
One other thing I'd like to point out is when you do your configurations, remember we have the armless recliner so that you can do a left-facing motion, a table, two armless recliners, a table, and another recliner. Or you can replace the two recliners with the bed. Options are available on this group and on the 703. Take advantage of them. The next group we're going to talk about is the 139 group. We brought this out at the October market, and I can tell you that it was one of our most successful groups. Now, when we did this group, we went to an outside designer, and we needed a oak trimmed group, and this fit the bill very nicely. Notice the way the oak just rolls down the front of the arm, and then notice a little different treatment on the back where you do the small rolled kidney cushion. Now, we kept the concept of our selectables into this group where you have the full recline both ends, and also we brought in the selectable table. The one thing that we have been asked by retailers is why with our selectables we're not doing the hidden storage as competition is doing. Well, we pointed out that we didn't think that the hidden storage was quite right for Catnapper because we thought we could be more innovative or more practical. And if you remember, I said that we would not do a function unless we felt it really had practicality. When you sit in a full recline position and your competition has a storage unit that pulls out from under the seat, in order to get at it, you've got to close your recliner, you've got to get up, and you've got to pull it out. Now, if you and your mate are relaxed and you're sitting here, the last thing you want to do is have to get up, close the recliner, and pull out the table. What's the most practical thing? And that is to remain seated, and then to get at the storage unit, you just pull out the seat, and right here you have the storage unit. In addition to that, the way this is designed, the selectable table can fold right down and give you an area for playing cards or putting your popcorn or whatever else. Now, this lends itself to a lot of options to come in future designs, which you can be assured we're going to be looking into. So what you have now is the selectable table with the storage. You now have the selectable hidden seat unit and the storage underneath. One thing we have found that when the hidden storage is in a closed position, the consumer on the retailer floor cannot tell that this pulls out. So what we're doing is doing a poly overlay, not only for the back as we showed you at market to show the selectable table, but we're also doing a poly overlay for the seat. And I have a sample here of just the way this is going to read, but here it is in a mock-up form. This is going to be a poly overlay. What it is, it's going to lay on the seat with the arrow pointing to the handle in the back, showing that the seat pulls out. This way, when the dealer has it on his floor, he'll have the poly overlay for the selectables and the poly overlay for the hidden seat. Gentlemen, if ever you needed to place a group, this is the most innovative thing on the marketplace. Competition has been contacting the manufacturer of this mechanism, asking if they can have it. We have an exclusive on this. The sooner you place it, the better you are, because we cannot keep this exclusive mechanism beyond the April market. We have it through April. After that, it goes to the public. I'm telling you, get your placements now. You've got the full reclining sofa, the motion love seat and stationary love, and the matching recliner, again, with the oak finish. Now, we also offer the sectional, which has the hidden seat and the drop-down table. Unfortunately, we don't have it here to photograph because we just got the mechanism in to do the hidden seat box. I'm telling you, you've got a complete collection. Utilize it for the best to the best of your ability by getting it on the dealer's floor, and it will retail. Fellas, we've now walked you through the entire product line, through the showroom, and we've given you all of the buzzwords and all of the things that will help you sell the product. There is no reason why we cannot have a banner 1993. Now, in your packet that you have received are your quotas, which we expect for both Plan 2 and Plan 4. We expect you to achieve this. Now, we are not naive to think that we're going to put the quotas out in the stratosphere someplace that you can't achieve them. The most important thing is that we give you the product to achieve the goals that we expect from you. Now, how are we going to make sure that we continue to give you product? How are we going to kick off 1993? Well, you've seen the 139, you've seen the 130, you've seen the 136, all of these groups, and the entertainment groups, and the theater groups. These are the groups that are going to sell day in and day out on your dealer's floor. The repeat business day in and day out. But come January 1, you're going to want to go out there with the new year, and you're going to want to get on that dealer's floor with a strong promotion. So what we've done is we've made a deal with a fabric mill who had some yarn, and we went out and had them make for us a fabric, a $5 a yard fabric on the market every day of the week. And that is pattern Nevermore, right here. And this is the big deal. And here's the big deal. We are going to let you sell, effective January 1, the 4523 recliner in Nevermore at $169.95. And what's the regular price on this chair in this fabric? $210. $210 in a $5 velvet. We have such faith in this program, we committed for 93,000 yards of this fabric. I mean, that's a lot of chairs. In addition to that, we're going to let you, on this big deal, turn around and sell the 141 group that you can promote to your dealer with the free recliner at $750. If you put this on the market and you priced it out, you'd be $950 regular price. But in this fabric, you can be $350 on the sofa with the drop-down table, $225 on the love seat, $175 on the rocker recliner for $750. Now, think about that a minute. You've got a three-piece section, or three-piece group, sofa, love seat, matching recliner, in a $5 velvet at $750. You've got a rocker recliner at $169.95. You've got 4 colors, the color palette, beige, blue, green, and mauve. What more can you ask for? You want to make quota? We'll show you how to make quota. Not only did we give you the product day in and day out, but we gave you the kickoff for 1993. Now, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. Put your VCR on pause, because Jim and I and Don and Chuck are going to sit back, and we're going to come up with a little something else to entice you into January 1993, so that you and your spouse or your mate can go with us on a journey from here to who knows where. And at this point, I'm going to say, take a break, because we are too.